In September 1996, 15-year-old Danielle Hawkins of Belgrade, Montana, left her home for a short walk on a warm afternoon and never returned. She was a quiet, well-liked high school student with no history of running away, risky behavior, or personal problems. When she didn't come home, her family reported her missing the next morning, and police began searching nearby roads, fields, and trails along the Gallatin River. There were no sightings and no signs of where she might have gone. 6 days later, on September 27th, a local resident discovered a body in a marshy area near the Gallatin River. Police secured the scene and found the body partially submerged among heavy vegetation. There were no drag marks, footprints, tire tracks, or personal belongings nearby. Through clothing descriptions and dental records, the remains were confirmed to be Danielle's. Her death was ruled a homicide, though the medical examiner never publicly released the specific cause. No weapon or shell casings were found. Forensic teams collected water, soil, hair, and fiber samples and preserved them under strict chain of custody procedures. But in 1996, DNA technology was limited, and none of the samples matched any records in CODIS, the national DNA database. Leads dried up quickly. More than 100 tips came in, but none led to a suspect. The case received little national media coverage, and by 1998 the investigation went inactive, though evidence was carefully preserved. Over the next 2 decades, the Gallatin County Unsolved Cases Unit periodically reviewed the case, but found nothing new. After major breakthroughs in forensic genetic genealogy helped solve other cold cases nationwide, Sheriff Dan Springer ordered Danielle's case to be re-examined. In 2021, preserved biological material, most importantly, strands of hair, was sent to Parabon Nano Labs for advanced DNA testing using next-generation sequencing. This time, scientists extracted a usable DNA profile from the evidence. It didn't match any criminal databases, so Parabon uploaded the profile to public genealogy sites and constructed family trees using genetic relatives. After months of analysis, the DNA trail pointed to a man named Paul Edwin Hutchinson, born in 1969 and living in Dillon, Montana. He had no criminal record, had never been named in the original case, and had no known connection to Danielle. In early 2023, investigators covertly obtained Hutchinson's abandoned DNA from a discarded item. The Montana State Forensic Laboratory confirmed a full match between this sample and the DNA recovered from Danielle's body. He was now the prime suspect. A formal interview was scheduled. On July 22, 2023, Hutchinson voluntarily met with detectives. He denied knowing Danielle and denied ever being near the Cameron Bridge area in 1996. But investigators noted that he became visibly nervous when shown her photograph, showing signs of stress such as sweating and fidgeting. After the interview, detectives prepared to move forward with a second interview and potential charges. Less than 24 hours later, on July 23rd, Hutchinson was found dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound at his home in Dillon. No evidence suggested involvement of anyone else. A post-mortem buccal swab again confirmed a perfect DNA match to the crime scene evidence. Following Hutchinson's death, the Gallatin County Sheriff's Office reviewed his work and travel history. Records showed he lived within about 100 miles of the crime scene in 1996 and may have been in the Belgrade area for work, but there is no evidence proving he ever met Danielle. He had never been investigated for violent behavior, had no restraining orders, no arrests, and no known mental health commitments. Interviews with people who knew him revealed no suspicions. In August 2023, authorities held a press conference announcing that the case had been solved through forensic genetic genealogy. They confirmed Hutchinson as the killer and explained that without advanced DNA technology, the case likely never would have been resolved. The Hawkins family released a brief statement expressing relief and requesting privacy. No further suspects were ever identified. No legal actions were filed against Hutchinson's estate, and the Montana Department of Justice officially marked the case as resolved by identification. Although the case file remains preserved for record purposes, Danielle Hawkins's murder is now considered closed.